Hey everybody, Innova here. True story. 4 years ago today was the first time I ever played disc golf. I went out and bought a Innova starter pack and a mini and went across the street to Missouri Western State University, and through my very first round ever, I had read the rules online and I'd even printed my own scorecard. So I still know today what my score was on that first day. I'm going to go back now, 4 years later, and play it again with 150 DX Leopard, Shark, and AVR, and my very first mini ever. I still have it. And we're going to see what it looks like, and I'm going to compare the scores then and now. Should be a good time. So I just threw a couple warm-up shots in an open field. I don't know how much I'm going to be throwing that Leopard today. It's real flippy. Okay, here we are on hole 1 at Missouri Western State University. 250 feet uphill and to the right, just around those trees you see on the right hand side. The play is either a big ante, or if you want to, you can go over the trees with a sky shot. I've opted for the ante with the Leopard, and from outside circle 1 I airball the putt. In 2015 I bogeyed this hole. Today I tapped in a par, so that's already one better. We'll step up to the tee pad for hole 2, which is right there next to the basket for hole 1. The course isn't the safest. It's 250 feet. The green is sloped very sharply from left to right down to those dense woods on the right hand side. I've gone with the Shark here, and it's got a bit of turn, and I've gone long, probably 270, 280, and about 40 feet down the hill outside circle 1. Coming back for a long birdie look. Not happening. In 2015 I threw a 4, so I've picked up another stroke on 4 years previously. Here we are on hole 3. Anheuser or forehand shot round these woods. You can see the basket over there by that bigger tree. I've gone in early, and typical of the Midwest, these woods are really dense. There is no low line out of here. It's all weeds and trees and stuff. So I'm lining up an overhand here, upside down thumber. Gonna try and pancake it out onto the green, and we'll see where that came down. And where it came down is right there. Another par, so that's 3 pars in 2019 to my 3 bogeys in 2015. Hole 4, 214 feet, just over that ridge. I've pushed this way too far to the left. Throwing the Shark again. Got a long birdie look. Close, but no. So that's 4 pars now to my 4 bogeys back then. This is hole 5, 212 feet, just a little uphill. I went with the Leopard, and sure enough it flipped over and cut rolled, but I got a nice roll up here to this tree just inside circle 1. And notched the first birdie of the day. So still beating 2015 by 1 throw on every hole. Hole 6 here is 290 feet up this tunnel. You can see the basket in the opening at the far end. It's a little uphill, so it plays more like 350. I've opted to throw a roller with the Leopard, and because it's really understable, here it comes, and it cuts over to the right and curls up just short of the walking path. This is about a 15-footer for birdie. Not happening. In 2015, I got a double bogey here, so I've picked up 2 more throws on 4 years ago. Hole 7 here is just a hyzer shot down this little hill. The line is out and around, and then let it hyzer in because the line straight at it is blocked by all those trees. The shark did not hyzer in, it went straight and hit that metal and concrete T sign. 3 is not terrible, but that's a birdie I really wanted to pick up. Hole 8 here, 493. The first throw is up and over this hill. In 2015, I could not get a disc up this hill to save my life. Here I'm going with the shark. It's a bit turned over, there's a headwind, but it does get up to the top. And from here, I play over this gravel parking lot down to the basket, which is just to the right of the frame around the corner from the back of this concession stand. This throw was not high enough and I've left a lot left still. Try and get up and down, and I've overcooked the approach shot, and now I've got a lot of work to do to save a par 4. And I don't. Rounding out the front 9 is hole number 9, 330 feet. Nice, easy, wide open hyzer. The green does slope sharply from right to left. I've opted for a roller with the leopard, and you can see it just rolled all the way around in a big old arc, leaving me about 75-80 feet from the basket. And the basket is on the edge of this hill, so if I miss, it's going all the way down. I was a little soft on that upshot and left an outside the circle putt, which goes in, so yay me, I suppose. Moving on to the back 9. Beating old me by 9 so far. Throwing a shark off the tee on this 423-foot par 3. I have never birdied this no matter what I've thrown. I've had a look once or twice with a really big drive, but that's it. Not playing for the birdie today, of course. Not with these discs. The upshot with the AVR is a little left, but that's doable. And in for the par. In 2015, I have written down on my scorecard that I missed an easy putt, so that's the bogey. Here on hole 11, 423 again, I've opted to throw a roller. It goes around local great Elliott, who's cheering the disc on. Leaving about 200-foot upshot to the basket still. Got the little nose up on the shark, and it fades down that hill to the left, and I've got to make a big putt here to save a par 3. And I don't. I got a triple bogey 6 on this in 2015, so even with the bogey, I've picked up 2 more throws on old me. Hole 11 here, 363, all the way down this hill. I'm still trying to throw the leopard, and it still cut rolls on me. About another 150 feet left to go. I have to get around these 2 guardian trees, and I get the shark too high up and it clips those branches. I am very much out of position for a par now. So just have to lay up and take my medicine. Hole 13, 312 uphill, plays more like 400. I go leopard because I don't know any better. I still haven't given up on it. Only bite off about 200, leaving another 100 feet up to the basket with the shark here. Got a little carried away, but I'd rather throw too hard going uphill. And the comebacker for par. Moving on to hole 14, par 4, 480. First shot is up and over this ridge, and then it plays down a long slope on the other side. I didn't get much on that drive. The squirrel there slows us down for a second. Playing down to those 4 trees on the right-hand side. The basket is nestled behind them. A couple holes back, you saw Elliot and his friend putting onto those when I was teeing on 11. And I get all of this with the shark, get a nice full flight out of it, and really do some work and get down to the approach, where I lay up and tap in my par 4. Hole 15, another par 4, up and over this ridge. The basket is on the other side, behind those trees on the left. Did not get to the top of the hill on the drive. Get a pretty good pull with the shark to get over the hill for the second shot, leaving about a 50-foot downhill putt to the basket. Nothing doing, I airball it, and I've got a little work to do for par, but there it is. Hole 16, 306 downhill. Nice shot to just try and bomb. Everybody wants an ace here. Going shark, pops up nice on the hyzer flip. Full flight, big turn, starting to fade a little at the end. Comes up pin high on the right with big putt for a birdie. I feel like this hole is a must-get birdie, so there's a lot of pressure here. But I'll deliver. This is hole 17, and it kicked my butt when I was playing for the first time, and every time thereafter for about the first year. It is 630 feet, and it is uphill 80% of the way. I'm just going shark, shark, shark here. I'm not even throwing the leopard anymore. The play is to the first ridge, and then ideally I would be atop this second ridge already, but I'm not, so I've got to go up and over. And finally, we see the basket just peeking over the ridge under that tree. The approach shot gets a little bit away from me, and I'm off to the right-hand side. And there's the par putt. Finally, the 18th hole, par 3, over this ridge and then down a long hill the other side. I got nothing on the drive, so I've got a lot of work to do here on my second throw. Nice gentle S-turn with the shark. And a little long. Coming up on this putt, fella on a bicycle sitting over on the Jersey barriers. And he cheered for that putt, so got to acknowledge the crowd of one. And so, me of nowadays beats old me by 21. Thanks for hanging out with me, and check out my online presence. Peace out.